A British company which made ceremonial swords, motorcycles, garden tools, and equipment would introduce two innovations that would shake up the American shaving industry and completely change forever the history of shaving. Many times when we refer to the British invasion of the 60s, we're talking about the number of rock bands such as the Beatles and Rolling Stones, which came to the United States. But for the American razor blade companies, the real British invasion came when Wilkinson Sword introduced its stainless steel blade to the United States. They claimed it had triple the life. It didn't need to be dried out because it wouldn't rust. It would hold its sharpness longer. Well, the first American razor company to respond was Personna. It had made stainless steel blades for some of its other razors. Now it came out with a double-edged stainless steel blade. It also came out with a stainless steel blade for the injector razor. They had produced their own injector razor called the PAL, and to push the point across, the PAL razor was made of complete brushed stainless steel. Schick then responded by coming out with its stainless steel double-edged blade and its injector razor blade, but along with the double-edged stainless steel razor blade, they produced the Schick Krona, which became very popular. Gillette was under attack on all fronts. At first it tried a publicity gimmick. It simply coated its blades and called them stainless. This gave the illusion that they were actually made of stainless steel. But in fact, they were simply coated. There's a radio or TV commercial that's on YouTube, which two fishermen are shaving, and one says to the other, "You have to try the new Gillette stainless blade." He doesn't say stainless steel blade, but Gillette had to come out with its own stainless steel blade eventually. Then Wilkinson Sword came out with the first cartridge blade. Thin strip of blade covered by plastic that would click into a razor. This plastic covered razor would only fit this razor. Why would people pay so much money for these razor blades? There's an old Abbott and Costello routine. Costello was trying to sell handkerchiefs for $50,000 a piece, and Abbott says, "You're not going to sell many at that price." And of course, Costello says, "Hey, I only have to sell one." So for the bonded blade system, there was such an incredible markup that they didn't have to have a lion's share of the market. They just had to have a loyal following, and the markup was such that they could make a great profit. Gillette countered back with a gimmick, the Gillette 2. It was a similar situation in which a razor would take a certain cartridge, and only that razor would take that cartridge. There were two blades. They said one pulled the hair and put it in place, and the second one cut it. This began the onslaught of multi-blade cartridges that has not stopped till this day. How many blades are going to be added? How much of a markup is going to continue to go for the multi-blade cartridge razors? No one really knows. But in the end, the two contributions Wilkinson sword made, the stainless steel blade and the multi-blade and the cartridge blades, contributed quite a bit to the history of shaving.